can move it like this. Hi, my name is... Hello everyone, my name is Teacher Nika and welcome to my vlog. In this vlog, I'm going to give you some tips as an ESL teacher. How will you begin? What are the things that I need and to prepare for my first class? Okay, so let's begin. First, being part of an ESL teacher or being an online ESL teacher, you must prepare technical equipment. First of all is a computer. Second, you can use as an option, of course, is a laptop. Some companies like Paulfish uses mobile phones, but most uses laptops and computers. Also, if you want to be an online teacher, you must have a camera because your students must see you, right? They must know how you move your lips, how you speak, and what you look as a teacher. So it is also important. You need to use a camera. It could be already in your computer or an external camera. So you must have that. And another part of it was this. It's very important, the headset. Okay, any kinds of headset as long as it's a noise cancellation headset. So as a tip for those who are just beginners who don't have any experience and no budget yet, the most affordable technical equipments to use are those you can find at malls. Okay, so in the malls you can see there more of headsets and cameras that are very affordable compared to online. Why did I say so? Because online you need to ship, you need to pay for a lot of extra payment included by the seller. So if you choose to start in a hurry or in a low budget, it's much better to visit a mall or let's say any parts where they sell computer devices like cameras and headset. You can try to check that. One of the best headset that I've used so far is Logitech. This one, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Logitech, I think. So this is very helpful in teaching. As you can see, there are some parts are missing. The foam here are missing. Actually, it's because I've used it for a very long time and I didn't have some time to buy some foam in here, so I just moved. Okay, so it's just continue because still it's very useful though. And this foam, this one is actually removable. It's very helpful also to lessen the noise on your background because we cannot avoid that, but we can lessen it, which is very helpful. And as an ESL teacher, of course, you also need to be friendly towards your students. So how will I approach my students? Don't worry, because this magic box of mine have everything that we need. I think not most of everything that you wanted to hear, but most of the things that I used and been useful for me for the past few years that I've been teaching. And first, let's start on greetings. Okay, so in greetings for your student, you must have the following. First, a smile is very important. Teachers, you smile at the very first opening of your camera or of the very first time of your class or very first day. Anything first as an ESL teacher is very important. You must not look sad in front of your student because it will affect all of the time or the whole class that you will have. And in case your student will book, or you want to convince your student to book for another class, you must wear a good and pretty smile. I didn't actually say that you must have a pretty good teeth. It's not that part, okay? As long as that you can smile big, it's very helpful for them. Okay, because those students are not yet confident. You're a new teacher for them, and in order for them to get attached to you, to be confident with you, is a smile. That's very important. And an eye contact, especially if you're looking at the camera. At the first time, I agree that you won't feel at ease when you see a camera. I'm not also a camera person, okay? I'm not pretty, let's say, confident in looking cameras, at looking at a camera. So I think it requires practice. So you can take time for that, but I have some tips here. You can try to, let's say this is your camera, you can try to look at this. Okay, that's a trick. You're not directly looking at the camera, but you're looking at here. And later I will give you some other tips, special tips for how I handle my classes. Now let's proceed to the greetings. So for greetings, a smile and eye contact is important. And of course, it's helpful to have this. And of course, we have also these emojis. So first, this one. Hello! Hi! Like that. So as for your student, you must have this. Actually, you don't need to print to create a very beautiful hello greeting. A hand will be okay. A puppet will be okay. A toy will be okay. But this one, as you see here, it's just a cardboard. As you can see, it's from a blender where my parents used to. So I used the cardboard there and made this. This is just a stick, and I've used it. It's called DIY, girls. You need to be creative as an ESL teacher. These are staplers, and these are some stickers, and these are colored papers actually. So as you see there, I am not creative in writing. I'm not beautiful handwriter, or I don't have beautiful handwriting. So it's okay. It's not really important though. So you just need to be creative. And you can say, nice to meet you, towards your student. How will you say that? This simple letters could be great. Your hand gesture is also good. This is called TPR. That's also helpful. So if you don't have time yet to create creative cards, you can use your TPR puppet. Hand, if you don't have yet a puppet, you can use hand. Hello. Okay, just like that. It's helpful. Next, I have here, of course, if your student is not looking at you, they're not participating at you, doing this and that. So helpful for that is this. Okay, you need to say, hello, how are you? Are you happy or sad? That's helpful for them. They will look at this. Okay, it's very attractive. I'm not good at drawing, but these are just simple drawings. So you can try to print if you want to, if you're really willing to expand or to spend a lot of money. You can print out, but me, I just used some cardboards there, a stick. You see, not very clean outside at the back because these are used cardboards. I just made it clean, and there, the important part is in front, so that's okay. Next, you as an ESL teacher must know your schedule, okay? So later, I also will give you some tips on how you will know or to remember your schedule. That's very important. Now, let's proceed to toys. Okay, for toys, it's very helpful for kids. So for kids, any kinds of toys, those toys that you've used when you were still kids, those are helpful. If you have a child, if you have a nephew, or let's say you have old toys when you were still young, you can use those. These are my toys when I was still young, and my nephew used this, so it's very old toys. As you can see, we don't have this anymore at McDonald's, but I still have this. And this toy, actually, when I was still very young age, I think I'm still in grade 6 or elementary. Yeah, I still already have this. I used this for my mini zoo. So this is also very helpful. Especially if your student doesn't know about animals, this is helpful. Or if the student don't participate or doesn't want to talk to you, you can use these toys. Okay? So you can say, oh look, I have here a friend. I have here an animal, a pet. Do you know who he is? Do you know what animal is this? You will have a creative class, an interactive class. Your student, oh yes teacher, I know that. Like that. For boys, they also like cars. I can find my toy car, but yeah, you can try to use cars, toy cars, any kinds of cars. They like that. Some girls like this Toy Story. So if you have some old Toy Story toys, characters rather, you can try to use them. They're very famous in every country, so you can try to use them to your students. Next in line is, of course, the student must know colors, shapes, etc. So you can try to have here some flashcards and some sticks. So here I have flashcards. These are my flashcards that I used for colors. As you can see there, my handwritten is not too pretty. As long as the student can understand what's written in it, that's okay. You can use also some sticks like this. You can say, what color is this? Or you can use things that inside or in your environment or near in your place or in your classroom. For example, this, okay, this is a powder, right? So what color is this powder? The powder is color, like that. Or you can say, how about this towel? What color is this towel? Oh, you see? Just be creative. And sky is the limit of being creative, okay? And of course, some students will ask you, or you will encounter some classes telling about clothes. This is also helpful. Ta-da! Clothes. So these are just some clothes that I painted myself. Some of it were not very actually creative. I'm not good at drawing, so they're also helpful. And remember, I only used cardboards because I want to spend or to save a lot of money. Especially if you're a beginner, it's very important to save money. So you can use some cardboard like this. Okay, you can see there. It's just cardboards. They're very helpful. And of course, if your student answered you politely or gives you a good answer, you must appreciate their effort. It's good to have stars like this. Good job. Or if you don't want to, you can use your previous props earlier when you have greetings, a smile. Okay, you can use that. But most of the students love stars, okay? Or you can make trophies. I've used to make trophy for the boys. Of course, I want to differentiate my students. For boys, I use trophies like that. So you can try to use that. And this is for girls. I can use it. So it's also helpful. Apart from that, you also need to teach your students letters, right? So for letters, you need to make sure you have the following letters. So you can try to use those letters that you would just stick on the wall. So I don't use anything at my wall. First, because I've been teaching in a different companies. So I have two companies. The first company I need to teach kids, and the second one was mostly adults. So it's quite a hassle for me to have a creative background, and I can use also Minicam so in my class. So later, after my video, don't worry, you can see in the description box the link for Minicam. Okay, I will post it there so you can use it. It has a very creative background there, emoticons if you want to. That's also helpful. And also, aside from these letters, you will teach your students numbers. So here, another DIY numbers I've used to made there. So just 1 to 10 is just enough. You can try to use your hands gestures, 11, 12, like that. You can use that. It's no hassle, actually. And some weathers, drawings is very helpful, okay? If you're not very good at drawing, you can ask a friend, or you can ask a sister or brother who is good at drawing, a parent who's good at drawing. You can try to use their creative minds, okay? So if you really want to less effort, print already, then everything's done, you can do that, okay? So as you see here, it's just a paper, colored paper, and there, use that. And of course, if you want your let's say your cards or this will be very strong and won't be let's say tattered or won't get wet to damage in case, so you can use this. It's very helpful, scotch tapes, so you can put it there and helpful. Ta-da! Next, of course, as a teacher, you need to let your student first know you. I forgot at the greetings part, so I just remember right now. So sorry about that, but that's okay. So just don't forget to greet your student and tell them your names, okay? So here, I have here Nika. So as you can see there, Nika. You can try to put it there above your head, or you can try to make an ID card showing Teacher Nika, like that, or Teacher Joanne, etc. So you can use that. It's very helpful. And of course, your students must learn shapes. Teacher, I want to create a shape, but is it okay to use cardboard still? Yes, it's also good. You can use this, you can make this, okay? Just some cardboards and colored papers, or paint it. That's sky is the limit, okay? Remember to be creative. Next, let me see here. Oh, of course. What if I don't have a puppet and I want my student to look at me, to get attracted at me? What should I do? Okay, most of the students, of my students love this. Okay, the monkey. Yeah, I just painted it myself, but I asked for a friend to draw it for me. So here, there you go. You can see there. It's just also a cardboard, so you can use any kind of cardboard and voila, you have already a puppet of yours. You can move it like this. Hi, my name is ta-da. So the student will be very attracted on it. Most of the kids ages 3 and above love that. And let me see. Okay, one of a part of being an ESL teacher, some students like you to sing. Oh yeah, that's the very challenging part. As an ESL teacher online, I'm not good. Even in real life, I'm not good at singing. But being part of an online teaching company, or being an online teacher, you really will do anything that you're not used to do. So before, I'm not used at being creative, so here it's very also helpful if you would like to sing, or if it is a must for you to sing as a teacher. Most common song is family, or Finger Family rather. So for Finger Family, I used some puppets here. So I don't have time to, or I don't have a lot of money to spend for buying puppets. So it's actually helpful also for you to use some puppets like DIY. You can search it on internet or YouTube. It's very helpful. Yes, I used to made this. Okay, as you can see there. So I used this as four finger family. As you can see, there's a missing baby because the baby is in here. And actually most of my student doesn't ask for a baby, so I can use this if she's a girl, or if she's a boy I can try to use this one. So you can see there, this one. So this will be my student. So instead of being a baby, this will be my student. It could be a girl or a boy. Can change that. It depends on the student. So for finger family, daddy finger, where are you? So this is just the ports. Okay, you can try to make cardboards like that. Oh, you see cardboard, ta-da, and some papers. So I just fold the papers and do it there. So cut, ta-da, just like that. You can use that if you don't have time to spend on buying a real puppet. Okay, it's very expensive though, and quite a hassle. A very fast one is to print out like this. If you're not good at drawing, you can print out. And yeah, so those are the following basic, those are just basic, okay, basic things that you need as an ESL teacher. So let's proceed now to what are the things that I need to do to make my class very attractive. What are the things that I need to prepare? Okay, for that part, I have here some tips also. So, of course, you must give your student a good job star, a reward, a trophy. You can use stars, okay? So before, I used to my students a board, a big board, and actually that big board was already cut out. I cut it out and used it for some purposes. So it's also a must that you can have a big board. It could be an illustration board or a whiteboard, and you will just stick there. This could be scotch tapes or double-sided, anything you'd like, and you could put it there and count the stars. How many stars did you get at the end of the class? 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Okay, so the student will, wow, I got a lot of stars. So of course we won't end it like that. The student got a lot of stars, you must give them a reward. So for my rewards, you can use a creative way of giving a reward. It could be a trophy, a treat, or a toy. You can use here, I used for girls, of course, dolls. Your old dolls for girls teachers, you can use your old dolls, your daughter's doll, or you can borrow it and use it for class. Oh, here, I have a doll for you. Some students will say, oh, I have one, teacher. You see, I have this. And then you will have a long talk, and the student will would love always to book your class because of that. So that's part of the reason. Next, for how about boys, kids? So you can use their toy cars, some like robots. You can have robots like that, and you can give them a sticker. A sticker is also loved by the students, so you can show them a picture. Okay, here, remember it's online, so you can use pictures online, borrow it, and say, oh, here's a sticker for you. Good job, like that. Next, I also used these treats. So as you see there, I've made an ice cream, a very big ice cream, because online you can buy already an ice cream there, but it cost quite a lot. So to save money, I just used colored paper and a cardboard. And of course, cupcakes for girls. they also love treats like cupcakes, so you can use this cupcakes. Made it, so I just made a circles to say it's sprinkles. You can use that. And so far, those are just special rewards that I used for my students. Now, as an ESL teacher, what are the things that I also need to remember, especially for my schedule? So a tip, just a short tip before I end my video, try to use this, okay? This and this. What are these? These are some list of times. Like for example, let's have here, I used, because I'm teaching Korean students, so I have here time for Korea and time for the Philippines. So in time for Korea, they were advanced, so ahead of time, 1 hour ahead of time in the Philippines. So you can use there. And of course, you need to prepare a military time. Military time stated there the exact time compared to your country, to Philippines, because most of the online classes uses military time, so you can use that. And this is for my Chinese students. So in China, we have the same time. Okay, we use the same time, so you can use this in case, so that you will have there a list of time. And from, I used to take classes from 10 a.m. till 11 p.m. so you can use it. So you will say, okay, I would like to book this class and this class, so you will know what time is it, with the military time, of course, because commonly they use military time, so you can use that. And next, oh yeah, I remembered another special tip that I've used as a secret weapon in case I'm very shy at my first class, or I'm not confident on my first class because I felt really sleepy, or I felt really bored, and or I'm tired at my last class. So it's also helpful to have this, a mirror. Okay, I won't face it like that because you can see there are some secret pictures or some my their background. So you can see there in the mirror my computer. So there, you can use that. Okay, so this one is very helpful. A mirror where you could look at yourself and see if you look funny or are you speaking good or well, and is your mouth movement okay. So you can make sure of that. A big mirror is very helpful, okay, because you can see your whole face. And a round mirror, of course, not too big that you get distracted, okay. So it's also helpful to have a mirror, and my mirror usually was beside my camera so that I could monitor myself, so that's helpful, okay. And of course, as a teacher, you must have list of what are the things that you must do. So it depends on you. You can have your to-do list. Okay, for this morning I will have a class at this time. For this evening I will have a class at this time. Like that. And of course, it's very helpful to see your inspirations. Okay, your motivations in life, your pictures of your family, or a picture of a family member that you're really close with. You could use them and put it at the back of, or at the back of your camera while you're tired or you lack motivation. You can look at it and get motivated. That's 101% proven based on my experience. So I think that's all so far. So if you have any other questions and you would like to have some tips in case, you can put your comments down below, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the bell button for you to get notified on my next videos. So thank you very much, and see you again in my next vlog. Bye!